Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a full face makeup. Usually I do like an eye look and kind of skip the face stuff, or I'll do part of the face and then finish it off in my tutorials, but today it is everything except for my brows because those are long and boring. If you want to see how I do my brows, I have brow videos. I'm using a few new products today, one of those being the Modern Renaissance palette, which I'm so excited that I finally own this palette. I've been wanting it for forever, so I used some birthday money and bought it, finally. So if you want to know my thoughts on that, just keep watching. Before we get started, I'm going to put up my hair because it's a hot day today. I don't have my AC on yet, just got my window open, so if you hear birds in the background, that's why. Okay, hair up. Because today is a full face makeup day, I'm going to start by priming my face and then I'm going to go into doing my eyes. So I'm going to start with my Cover FX Blurring Primer. Starting on the areas of my face that have the most pores, I'm going to smooth it in and then from there rub it into the rest of my face. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a tutorial where I did my entire face. So that's why I'm doing it today. It might be a bit of a long video, but that's okay. Now that I'm going to let that sink in my skin, we're going to start on the eyes. And we're going to use this beautiful, beautiful palette. I mean, look at these colors. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see what's going on my face. We're up close and personal. I'm going to start by prepping my eyes with my Fit Me Concealer from Maybelline. Put a little dab of that on. We'll dab that on. I'm in such a weird mood today. I don't understand what's happening. I use a little flat concealer brush to spread that around and kind of carve out my eyebrows. I've been wanting this Modern Renaissance palette for, well, since it came out. I couldn't justify spending $55 Canadian on what's basically a neutral palette, a warm neutral palette. If you know me, you know I'm not much of a neutrals girl. And you know that I'm not much of a warm girl. So you might be wondering, why did I buy it at all? Well, I just love it. The colors in there are so unique. I don't have those other colors in any of my other palettes. I love that this one has more of like the pinky tones in it. So it's not just reds and oranges. I mean, yeah, this is an orange. These ones have some warmer undertones to them, but they've got the really nice pinkish reds. And this one's purple. Like, that'll work for me. I'm super excited about this. Plus, I've been getting more into using warm tones anyways because I realized I have a neutral skin tone and I can pull it off. So, I'm not so scared of them anymore. First of all, this brush, tossing it. I don't need it. I never like the brushes that come in these palettes anyways. I'm going to start with a big, fat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to dip into Tempera right here. You guys, I haven't even swatched these yet. Like, these are brand spanking new. So I'm going to take that on this brush, and then I'm going to set it with this color. That's like the perfect color to set a primer. Even though I had not owned this palette previously, I have actually used it before. I have friends who own this palette, and I've used it on them and myself. So I'm not totally brand new to this palette, but it is finally mine, which I'm really excited about. So the story we're going with today is maybe some of this, and some of this, and some of this, and maybe some of this, and then maybe if I'm feeling like it, some of this. Yep, that's the story I'm going with. Sticking to it. So I'm going to start with Buon Fresco, which is this really pretty light purpley taupe shade. I'm going to stick that up in my crease. Oh, these shadows blend so effortlessly. Like, look at that. I know probably anyone watching this already knows how amazing Anastasia's eyeshadows are. But you know what? This is my first time owning them, so I'm going to ooh and ah about them. Probably for a couple months. Also, another great thing about this palette is that I can use it with brighter colors still. Like, this is a good enough neutral palette that I can use it as a base for more colorful looks. I will get a ton of use out of it. Because looking at the palette, yes, I can see 3 or 4 looks that I can do with just this palette. But I know that I can also incorporate these colors really nicely into better looks. Not better looks, more colorful looks. These shadows do the blending for you. That's the kind of shadow I'm looking for. There's nothing worse than taking a shadow and having to work at it for 10 minutes so it doesn't look skippy and patchy and gross. Look how nicely this blended. I have one color on, but look how like seamless and not patchy and just buttery and beautiful it looks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
That's so fascinating.
I know, I thought you'd like that. Okay, go away. The next color I'm going to dip into is this one right here, Red Ochre. So in case you're unaware, there is quite a bit of kickback when you dip your brush into this palette. Like, boom. Like I've said on my channel before, I'm fine with kickback in the pan as long as it's a pigmented eyeshadow and it blends well. Even if there's fallout, I don't care. I'm not doing my foundation until after this. I don't care about fallout. I care about the color payoff and the blendability of an eyeshadow. Look at the color, it's beautiful. So I'm starting that in the outer corner and doing circular motions to blend it, and then I'm going to start taking that into the crease. And I'm going to take it all the way to the front because I want this to be a pretty bold reddish, pinkish look. Like, the blending on this is stupid how good it is. Next I'm going to dip into Love Letter to pink things up a bit. And I'm just taking that over everything I just did. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's going to be one of my favorite colors in the palette. I'll quickly show you what it looks like swatched. I don't have this color anywhere else in my collection. I have a lot of eyeshadows. This color? No, I don't have it. It's so beautiful. Okay, time to cover the lids. I'm going to be using Venetian Red. It might be hard to tell, but this one has some shimmer to it, and it's beautiful. Not even so much as a shimmer, it's almost like a pearl. Oh, I love it. For that color, I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pack it all over the lid. It's so pretty. That one had quite a bit of fallout. I'm going to try dipping back into it and spritzing my brush with some setting spray a little bit to see if we can get more of that pearlized finish, because right now it's looking a little matte. So I feel like that definitely intensified the color of it. I don't really think that intensified the pearl. So that's a little bit disappointing, but I can live with it. It's still pretty. I'm going to go back in with Love Letter and just kind of go over the edges of all that to make sure it's really good and blended. And again, with that fluffier brush, I'm actually going to dip into Tempera a little bit, which is the color we used to set the entire lid. I'm just going to go over the edges a little bit. Just really diffuse that because it is such a dark color. I don't want it to be such a harsh edge. So I said I might dip into this color here, which is Vermeer, but I think I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight once I'm done the rest of my face makeup. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe, wipe away what got under my eyes. Oh, that inner corner got a little red. You know what I haven't used in a while? Hourglass Vanish foundation. I'm just going to start applying that all over my face. I know, super attractive, right? I'm going to start buffing that in. Then for concealer, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape, which is running on empty, so I have to use a little brush to apply it. I really wish Sephora would start carrying Shape Tape. Since I find that that usually dries pretty fast, I'm going to do a quick spritz of the Badescu facial spray. And that'll just help me blend that out a little bit easier. Now I'm going to set all of that with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I think I'm going to finish off my eyes next before I do the rest of my face. So I'm gonna zoom you back in. I'm gonna start by taking one Fresco again underneath my eyeball and take this fun little eyeshadow brush to apply that. I'm gonna take that all the way across to the inner corner. That's really pretty just on its own. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of love letter in the outer corner. I'm gonna take a small blending brush and dip into love letter. And I just want to tap this on the one side that I'm actually gonna use underneath my eye. And I'm gonna start bringing that under the eye just a little bit. Keeping with this reddish pink theme, I'm gonna use my Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner in Plumeria. I forgot my inner corner highlight. So like I said, I'm gonna dip into Vermeer and use that to highlight my inner corners. Ooh. Ah. And just a smidge under my brow. For mascara, I'm going to use my Tarte Tarteist mascara. Seriously? A bold red eye like this needs lashes. So I'm going to use my usual Kiss number 11 lashes. I think this look is so pretty with lashes on. When I ordered the Modern Renaissance palette, I also ordered this little travel size things from Tarte. It came in a little package with a bronzer, a blush, and this mascara. Oh, I should have used this mascara today. What was I thinking? So it came with the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, which looks like that. So I think I'm going to dip into that for my bronzer today, and then I might contour on top of it a little bit. This almost looks a little orangey for my skin tone. That was not a good swatch. And it's quite shimmery. So I'm not sure if I'm going to love it on myself. I want to use a pretty fluffy brush so it's not a super concentrated amount of it on my face. It definitely is a little orange on me, but it's not bad. I didn't put tons on because that's not what I'm looking for today. So I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette and do a little bit of light sculpting with this color. I'm also going to take that on this little brush and contour my nose a little bit with it. Ooh, got a lot of powder on there. I'm going to take a little bit of this lightest shade in the palette and use that to help blend this out. I don't know why I got so much powder on my brush. I tapped it off. That was a little intense. Man, I must have dipped into something else with that brush on accident. Oh well, moving on. I'm going to use this little Tarte blush in the shade Harmony. Look how cute this is. I actually love buying little travel sizes like this because, well, first of all, I'm not a big blush person, so I'm not about to pay over $30 for a Tarte blush. And then this bronzer, I didn't know if I was going to like either. I'm super glad I didn't get a full size of this because I don't think I'll use it super often. And I already know that I love Tarte mascara, so I'm sure I will love that one. Ooh, that's pigmented. Okay, you only need a small amount of Tarte blush. Okay, final step, lips. I'm going to stick with a nude lip because the eyes are really doing the talking in this look. So I'm going to go with my Makeup Geek lipstick that I still don't know what the name of this is, and there's no name on the actual packaging. It's basically like my lips, but better. Yes, I think that finished the look off nicely. Quick little spritz of Milani Make It Last setting spray. And there we go. That is the finished look. I am super impressed with these eyeshadows. Like, super impressed with their blendability, with the color payoff, with everything. They're just beautiful. I am going to be wearing these a ton. The bronzer I'm not crazy about. The blush is really pretty. I just need to learn to use the light hand with it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a full face tutorial. Finally, it's been a while, I think. I actually don't even know when the last full face tutorial I did was. But I hope you like this one. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel before you go and watch other videos that I've posted if you haven't before. Check me out. That was weird. But yeah, check me out. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram because I post there a lot more than I do on here. And that's everything I have for today. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!